everybody, my name is Sammy and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to get a vertical roundhouse kick. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button because on this channel we do a lot of Taekwondo tutorials, videos, and just tips to help you improve your skills in Taekwondo. Make sure that you also follow along on Instagram for some extra motivation. And let's go ahead and get started on learning how to do a vertical roundhouse kick. The first thing we're going to go over are some stretches that are going to help you gain the flexibility in your hips and in your legs to be able to get to that high roundhouse kick. Alright, before you get started with these stretches and drills, make sure that you've done a really good warm-up because we don't want any pulled or strained muscles. So get a really good warm-up, get those muscles nice and loose to start being more flexible. Okay, so for the first stretch, you're going to put your feet apart and you're going to reach down with your hands. You're going to push one of your hips off to the side like this. And you're just gonna lean into it and try and get a nice stretch. You're gonna feel it towards the back of your leg, just pulling on one side at most. You're gonna hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds and then you're gonna be switching over to the other leg. Once again, push one hip off to the side and hold for 20 to 30 seconds, feeling that stretch in the back of your leg. From here, lift up, cross your arms and reach all the way back down. Try and keep your back nice and straight. You're gonna feel this stretch in the back of both of your legs and just try and let your back relax and hang down while you try and push your elbows all the way down to the ground. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Come back up and now we're gonna move into a lunge on one side. You're gonna be pushing your hips in as far down as you can. So the goal of this is to get a nice deep stretch on your hip flexor, pulling all the way in. Now you're gonna pull back and straighten your front leg out and try and keep your back as straight as you can. Try and get your chest to touch your quad and hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Then you're gonna move back into the lunge. Once again, push your hips down as much as you can. Feel free to twist if you feel like that gets you a better stretch, but you're just trying to push your hips in as deep as you can so that you can stretch out that hip flexor. Pull back, straighten that front leg out, and once again, hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Then switch to the other side and same exact thing. You want your ankle right below your knee. Go ahead and push your hips inwards and try and get a nice deep stretch. 20 to 30 seconds, then straighten that front leg out and hold that next stretch. You're gonna be doing this twice on both sides. First the lunge, then the straight leg, twice 20 to 30 seconds each. Alright, now we have two more important stretches for the roundhouse kick. The first one that we're gonna do is gonna be a frog stretch. For the frog stretch, you're gonna go out like this. You want your feet and your legs pointing straight back and just go as far out as you can go like this. Once you've gotten as low as you can go, you're just gonna hold it here for 20 to 30 seconds. Feel free to put your elbows down on the ground and just hold it right here if that feels easier, or just hold it up here on your hands. Either way, you just wanna make sure that you can feel the stretch in your hip flexors right here. Right from here, don't even move. All you're gonna do is straighten one of your legs to go all the way over to the other side. So I'm gonna take my right leg and I'm gonna point it all the way over to that side. This is gonna be so good for that roundhouse kick. If you need to, go ahead and bring your other leg in a little bit more. You're just gonna push your elbows down and we're gonna hold this stretch for another 20 to 30 seconds. Once you've held this for 20 to 30 seconds, feel free to switch. Bring that leg in, point the other leg out. And just like this, you're gonna hold for another 20 to 30 seconds. Now we're gonna go ahead and move right onto our split. So put your hands on the ground like this. You just have to straighten one of your legs and hold it. If you can sit all the way back in your splits, then awesome. If you can't just yet, then just hold it wherever you need to hold it. And we're gonna do this for another 20 to 30 seconds. After the first 20 to 30 seconds, what I like to do is practice rolling my hips forward. So I'm just gonna push my hips forward, my feet kind of catch me like this, and then I come back. I'm gonna do that about 5 times. Push all the way forward, all the way back. All the way forward, all the way back. It's kind of hard to do this if you can't do the splits all the way yet, so just try and keep holding those middle splits to get those muscles loose and relaxed so you can go a little bit lower. For this last stretch, you're gonna need a wall, so find something that you can hold on to, and all you're gonna do is bring your knee up, just like you're about to do the roundhouse kick. Make sure that your foot that's on the ground is pivoted. So right now my toes are facing the wall that I'm holding, and bring your knee up, all you're gonna do is practice this motion. From your knee being down here, you're gonna lift your knee up, and at the same time, you're gonna push your back all the way down like this. And 1, 2, try and pull that knee up as high as you can. Lean back. You don't want to be in this scrunched motion. You want your back away from your kick so that your hips can open up. Knee comes down, knee comes all the way up, lean back. Make sure your eyes are on your knee. Pull your knee up as high as you can. Okay, now that we've done those stretches and that drill, we're gonna go ahead and work on the actual vertical roundhouse kick part. So find some room and pick your favorite leg, whichever leg that you wanna learn it first on. Mine is my right leg, so I'm gonna put that in the back. And just try and do that drill that we did on the wall, but let's try and do it on the floor like your roundhouse kick. All you're gonna do is bring that knee up, pivot, and come back down. So it looks like that. Make sure that your back is leaning back away from your kick. Once again, you do not want to be doing this scrunch motion like this. It might make you feel like your kick is going higher, but trust me, it doesn't. Try that about 5 times. Don't forget to make sure that your non-kicking foot, your base foot, is turning all the way around and pivoting so that you can really open up your hips. You want your toes pointed as far back as possible, away from your kick. Now let's go ahead and actually try the kick itself. So this is what your roundhouse kick looks like right now. Then we're gonna try and get that a little bit higher with that first exercise that we tried. So make sure that you get that knee all the way up, pull your back away. Make sure your eyes are looking where you're gonna kick and execute that kick as high as you can. Let's go ahead and try it out. And the last thing that I want to go over are just some tips to help you get there as well. The first tip is make sure your eyes are focused where you want your kick to go. So make sure that you're not looking straight ahead or down at the floor when you're trying to get a nice high roundhouse kick. Make sure that your eyes are pointed straight at where you want your foot to go. My sister always tells everyone to kick out the kick, snap a mental picture of it, make sure your eyes are on there, get a good mental picture of it, and then bring it back down. Tip number 2, I know we've already covered this, but make sure that you don't scrunch your body up, but rather lean your body back and away from your kick. Especially if you're not as flexible, it's gonna help you be able to reach your legs out a lot longer, have a longer kick, have a nicer looking roundhouse kick. Tip number 3, make sure that you are stable on the ground. I know it's easy to just rotate on the ball of your foot because you need to rotate, but then as soon as you do that, make sure you're planted on the ground, otherwise you're gonna be super off balance and it's not gonna look as nice of a kick. And lastly, make sure that you really use your hips to push into your kick. Don't forget that you wanna push your hips into your kick and rather than just leaving them closed off. This is gonna help you get that flexibility and have a nice high roundhouse kick. Alright, I really hope this video is helpful to you. Let me know what your progress is on the roundhouse kick in the comments below. I want to know, I want to hear, so tell me. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!